Welcome back to Insurance Talk Texas. Today, we're diving into something that is quietly threatening small businesses all across North Texas, and most owners have no idea it's even happening. We're talking about cyber attacks and why cyber insurance has become a must-have for any business in the DFW area.
This one's going to be an eye-opener. I've been talking with the team at Schell Insurance about this, and they'll tell you that cyber coverage is the biggest blind spot they see when business owners come in for a policy review. Everybody thinks about general liability and property coverage, but cyber, it barely crosses their minds.
And here's the reality check. Research shows that roughly 43% of all cyber attacks target small businesses, not the big corporations, the local dental practice, the accounting firm with 10 employees, the boutique in downtown Frisco, and only about 17% of small businesses actually carry cyber insurance. That's a massive exposure gap.
It really is, and Texas is a major target. Remember when the city of Dallas got hit with ransomware back in 2023? That cost over $8 million in recovery. If that can happen to a city government, imagine what it does to a small business with no backup plan and no insurance. Hackers actually prefer smaller companies because the defenses are weaker and owners are more likely to pay a ransom just to get their files back.
So let's break down what cyber insurance actually covers. There are two sides. First-party coverage handles your direct costs, things like hiring forensic investigators, restoring your data, notifying customers that their information was compromised, and covering lost revenue while your systems are down. Then third-party coverage handles the liability side, legal defense if customers sue, settlements, and regulatory fines.
And here's something Texas business owners need to know. Under Senate Bill 768, if a data breach affects 250 or more Texans, you have to notify the Attorney General within 30 days. If you don't comply, fines can reach up to $50,000 per violation. Having a cyber policy means the insurer coordinates that entire response for you. They bring in the experts, the lawyers, the notification services. You're not scrambling alone.
That's the piece people miss. It's not just about money, it's about having a plan. The average data breach now costs close to $5 million when you add up downtime, recovery, legal fees, and reputation damage. For a small business, even a fraction of that can shut you down permanently. And here's the critical thing. Your general liability policy does not cover cyber incidents. Neither does your commercial property policy. These are specifically excluded. You need a separate cyber liability policy.
Which is exactly why every business owner in Frisco, McKinney, Plano, Prosper, and Allen should be talking to Schell Insurance about this. You can reach them at 972-423-4546. They'll review your current policies, identify the gaps, and find the right cyber coverage for your situation. Whether you're a restaurant processing credit cards, a medical practice with patient records, or a law firm handling sensitive files, the risk profile is different, and the policy should reflect that.
Now here's something really interesting about Texas specifically. The state has a safe harbor provision that can help protect you from certain liability if you can demonstrate you had reasonable cybersecurity measures in place when a breach occurred. And many cyber insurance carriers actually require you to implement things like multi-factor authentication and employee training before they'll write the policy. The folks at Schell Insurance can walk you through exactly what those requirements look like, so the insurance itself pushes you toward better security.
That's a double win. You get financial protection and a stronger defense at the same time. Some policies even include free security assessments and phishing training for your employees as part of the package. The insurer wants to keep you safe because it keeps their costs down too.
Let me paint a quick scenario that happens way too often. An employee gets an email that looks like it's from a vendor. They click a link, enter their login credentials, and within days, every file in the system is encrypted with a ransom note demanding cryptocurrency. The business grinds to a halt. No customer records, no order processing, nothing. Without cyber insurance, the owner is paying for everything out of pocket. Forensic investigation, data recovery, customer notification, potential lawsuits, lost revenue. With a good policy through Schell Insurance, one call deploys the response team and gets you back on your feet.
So here's your action plan. First, call Schell Insurance at 972-423-4546 and ask specifically about cyber liability coverage. Second, take inventory of the customer data you're storing, credit card numbers, social security numbers, medical records. The more sensitive data you hold, the more coverage you need. Third, train your team on basic cyber hygiene, strong passwords, multi-factor authentication, and never clicking suspicious links. Most attacks start with a simple phishing email.
Cyber attacks increased over 30% last year alone, and AI is making these attacks more sophisticated every day. Small businesses remain the #1 target because hackers know they're the least prepared. Don't wait until you're a victim. Go to SchellInsurance.com, that's SCHELL insurance.com, and start the conversation today.
Exactly. Schell Insurance has been helping North Texas businesses navigate these kinds of risks for years. Visit them at schellinsurance.com. That's SCHELL insurance.com, or call 972-423-4546. They'll help you protect your business, your customers, and your livelihood.
That wraps up today's Insurance Talk Texas. Cyber threats aren't just a big business problem anymore. They're everyone's problem. The good news is that protecting yourself is more affordable than you think. Stay informed, stay protected, and we'll catch you on the next episode.